All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful and, honestly, most difficult ideas there is. The absolute need to take action right now. Not tomorrow. Not when things are perfect. Right now. So I'm going to start by asking you a direct question. Seriously, what are you waiting for? That big project you want to start? That tough conversation you know you need to have? That very first step you've been putting off forever? Let's get into the real cost of that waiting. You know, this is the classic struggle, right? We all have this huge dream, this amazing vision in our heads, but it's totally paralyzed by delay. And the truth we're digging into here is so simple, but it's huge. Every single second counts. Okay, so picture this. On one side, you've got your big dreams, everything you want to build, everything you want to become. And on the other side, there's a clock, and it is ticking. Every second you hesitate, you're not just losing time. You're literally making a withdrawal from the bank account of your own ambitions. Success just doesn't wait around. So, what's the number one thing that causes this delay? Well, so often, it's this myth of perfection. We wait for the perfect plan, the perfect skills, the perfect moment. But the solution? It's so much simpler and way more powerful. You just start. You know that feeling? The one that just stops you in your tracks? That's the fear of not being perfect. We're terrified of not getting it exactly right the first time. But we're about to see how that completely misses the whole point. That's right. The simple act of beginning, that first, messy, imperfect step, is a million times more powerful than waiting for a perfection that's never going to show up. The goal isn't to be flawless. The goal is just to move forward. And this is exactly why getting started is everything. Look, dreams are amazing, but they stay fantasies if you don't do something about them. Action is the bridge that gets you from your imagination to your reality. And you don't build that bridge with one giant leap. You build it with small, consistent steps that, over time, create unstoppable momentum. Okay, but what happens when you do start and you fall? Because let's be real, you're gonna fall. Most of us are absolutely terrified of failure. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if falling is actually a sign that you're on the right track? Now, that's meant to be a little jarring, I know. It kind of goes against everything we're taught about avoiding mistakes. But this perspective doesn't just put up with failure, it actually welcomes it. Let's dig into what that really means. See, failure isn't the end of the road. It's just evidence. It's the undeniable proof that you are in the arena, that you're pushing your limits, that you're actually trying. I mean, think about it. The only person who never fails is the person who's not even trying, right? So if we can accept that failure is just part of the process, that brings us to this critical moment that truly defines success. And it's got nothing to do with talent or luck. It's about a very specific choice you make when things get really hard. We all hit a wall. Everyone reaches that breaking point, that moment when it gets so hard, the moment you fail. And right there, that's where the road forks. Most people stop. They give up. The champion keeps fighting. That one choice, that's the whole difference. Success is literally forged in the exact moments when other people quit. All right, this is where we bring it all together. Everything we've talked about, the cost of waiting, the trap of perfection, the real purpose of failure, it all boils down to this one final push. I'm not talking about tomorrow or next week or when you finally feel ready. I mean today, this hour, this very minute. This is your time to act. And that action? It starts with belief. It's time to crank up the volume on your own conviction. Whatever you believe you can do right now, I want you to amplify it. Believe stronger. And then you take that belief and you turn it into pure, raw effort. Whatever you thought your limit was, push past it. Push harder. No more overthinking, no more endless planning. You take all that belief, all that effort, and you make something real. You make it happen. And that leaves us with just this. 2 words. There's nothing left to say. The analysis is over. The time for hesitation is gone. Now, go.